this foot comes with a machine. They call it an Echo foot because it's like you've got the 1/4 inch thing, but it also allows you to go over lumps, and if you're quilting over lots of seams and things like that, it'll just go over it with it. It's like a glide.
Can you get them for all machines? Or?
I think pretty much,
I've got one.
It's not in that bag of stuff, it's somewhere else.
So this machine works a bit differently. Every machine works a bit differently. It's a bit smoother. They're all different. So this is your backwards and forwards motion. All right, just nice and easy.
I always find going backwards it wants to break. What is that?
It's most likely just the direction, the speed. It could be a couple of things. Could be the fabric.
Going backwards and forwards fine.
I am.
But why can't I?
Well, I speak nicer to my machine.
I'm very nice to my machine.
So, because we've got some white coming through there, so I'll just go over it. And
I've got white in the bobbin, I've got green.
That's right. So, whereas this is Cheryl's, so we had white in the bobbin before. So I'm just going to go over some of these, and you can see I'm just going backwards and forwards. It's missing a few stitches here and there, but that's okay. I'm just going to work that in. If it's missing stitches, normally that means that the foot's too high. Like this is too high. There's something like that. I'm just going to drop it down a bit.
I think it was down too far before because it was pushing
pushing the fabric through. Yeah.
So does every machine have the ability to?
It's the foot. So it's not the actual machine. Yours, I noticed, doesn't have that little screw because I was looking for it before. Yours is like a pogo stick that bounces. So it comes up and down. Whereas this one just glides over. That doesn't actually bounce. But I think you can get attachments where it doesn't bounce. It just glides. I think in most machines. I'm not 100%.
That's probably why it's not in that bag because I use it to go on the floor and other things like that.
Yeah, that's right.
It's in another box.
And see, I like that they don't bounce because I also use a lot of pounce pads and stuff like that. Sometimes I do, and I teach with it. And if you've got pounce pads and you've got all this chalk everywhere, and you've got one that bounces, it just bounces all the chalk off. Yeah. So I know that I'm not 100%. You'd have to ask. Who do you go to? Yeah, just ask them if they can. I do know. Well, you'd ask for a darning foot that doesn't bounce. So one that doesn't hop. It's not a hopping foot.
So what you're doing there is creating.
Yeah. So I'm creating the shadow. This is the darker part. So I don't have
Carnation touching the tea.
not yet. Yeah, but I will. So sometimes, like then, I'll just grab the edge of it just so that I can hold that bit down. If it's a little bit high, I might just grab the edge. But if you notice, I don't really take much notice of what I'm doing. There's really not much thought to it. I don't think a lot when I do this.
So this is just the top of the landscape.
Yeah. No. So she's just ticking along nicely. And I'll just go in and do a lot of this. And then once I've had enough of this colour, I'll then get the next one down from that, so the next lighter colour. And I'll just keep going. See how that's turning, see how it's turned, it was turning up, see how it's turning up there? I don't worry about that. I just stitch it in. See how it was turning up here? Yeah. It's no biggie. So normally under the rock is where you'll get a lot of shadow. So I tend to go back and forth quickly, little sharp movements, and that back and forth motion will help to create some thickness. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Yeah, a shinier thread will give it that little bit more bling. So you start building up, and to be honest with you, it really looks horrible when you first start, until you're really almost there, and then it starts to take shape. It's a bit like painting. Painting does that too.
Would you say the sort of mini threads sort of
The shiny ones. I tend to use a mixture. I'm not really overly fussy. If as long as it works. If it's not working, then I won't use it. And whether it's shiny or whatever, like I've had some Orifils that my machine just won't work, and yet I can use them on other things and it's fine. But it just depends on what I'm doing, what thicknesses I'm going through, and what the thread's doing for me that day. Sometimes it's the colour. I've noticed some colours work better than others, and others just don't work at all. They
Can I ask you, if the stitching line that you have
Yep.
to attach the rocks,
Yep.
if it wasn't so far in, would you be going over it so much?
Yeah, I would still, yeah. So if you're right on the edge of